Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today I wanted to do another inspired by. In fact, I think I'm going to do several inspired bys since I'm not doing collaborations. I wonder why. Today I'm inspired by Andreea Ali, who is a professional makeup artist. You probably know who she is. She has more than 500,000 followers and she's really lovely. She does makeup on herself primarily, but sometimes she will bring in someone else to put makeup on. And she had done something called sparkly makeup look, I think, and I didn't even hit on it. I thought, nah, not gonna happen. And then I was on Instagram, which I don't do very often, and I saw her. She was kind of looking like this, and it was the eye that you saw, and I thought, that is so pretty. And a little more research, and I found she said, I've already posted this on YouTube. So I took another look, and I loved the way that it looked unstudied. It wasn't a structured situation where this is here and this is here and this is here and part A, B, C. Do you know what I mean? Too studied. I just thought it was so ethereal and pretty and unexpected that I wanted to try it for myself. I have not done a run on this. In fact, I ordered some of these things for this video. And I just want to say, if you don't know who she is, and even if you do, it goes without saying that my eyes are very, very different. I believe her eyes are deep set, but she actually has, you know, a crease, and you can actually see her lids. So when she puts color on her lids and her eyes are open, you get a sense of what that color is. So I know I'm not going to end up looking like her, but I thought it was such a pretty look. I am going to be changing into a top that is quite deep cut, so I already put a little bit of MAC face and body, and I put some Australian gold on. And Australian gold, once it sets, it will not move. I don't want to ruin the shirt I'm putting on, but I do want to give it a solid half hour to set up. So I will be changing into a beautiful little top for this. Maybe it's a New Year's idea or a Christmas idea. You know, if you're only spending Christmas with someone very close to you, someone that you live with, you can kind of go crazy. You can slob it out too. You can be wearing the sweats and the big thick socks and the muckalucks and just enjoy that. Or, you know, a little fun. Anyway, this is what I have bought. This is the Pat McGrath, and I will write the name of it right here because you know I can't read. Well, I can read. I just can't see. And this is what it looks like. Oh, it's a little hard to open. There we go. There she is. Now I am a lover of blues, but I don't have much luck with blue. This looks like a smoky, fawny kind of color. This looks like it's brown, but there's actually a bit of red. Why don't I just do some quick swatches? I'm sure you've seen all this before because the palette is not new, brand new. It is new-ish. Look at that. Oh, that's really, I actually have a shirt in this color that I need to take to somebody to repair. So this is, depending on how the light, it's like a Bordeaux color, minus a touch of red. And the blue, and a champagne color. Very, very, very pretty. I haven't done my foundation yet. I thought I would start this time with my eyes, which is pretty rare for me. And she started with this Bordeaux kind of color. I'm going to take this very small brush because she was very specific in what she was doing with this, which is kind of outer edge, just defining. And let's see what happens. I think when you are hooded, the most helpful brushes are the small ones, so you can be pretty specific in your placement. Now, she takes this color and puts it into her crease. I'm going to pretend I have a crease and kind of map out, this is where my crease would be. So already, I think, this is not what she did. I mean, she did movements like this, but this is what happens when your eyes are just so different. The next thing she did was use her fingers to go in with this color. And I'm going to use, I guess, my ring finger. I'm looking at which one is fatter. Yeah. So already I'm off to kind of not a great start. I got that burgundy color, Bordeaux color way all over the place. It's quite pigmented. Look at that. That is very pretty. And I don't see any fallout. Wow. I think I have some buffing to do, you guys, because this is more than she had. And I'm not sure how lucky I'm going to be with this. And I am going to pull it out as well. Since I'm not wearing foundation, I can be as sloppy as I want with this and just clean it up afterwards. Because I just think it's a little bit darker. It's certainly not her intention. But again, my eye is very different. But I just want to make this a little less dark. We'll get there. I'm just doing a little bit cleaning up and reining this in. I did have fallout on one side. And let's go ahead and move on to the foundation. She used the Chanel Beige. I returned mine because I had problems with it. I'm going to do, as often is the case, the Reboot, but I'm going to do it with a brush this time. And Hindash is a big fan of using this Kat Von D brush for foundation, so I'm going to use that. For me, it takes a bit longer to put on your foundation with a brush, and honestly, I don't know, I feel like I can be more exact and really work my foundation into the pores with my fingers. And I'm going to get some under my eyes. It can be my primer, if you will. Now I'm going to do an under eye concoction. Again, lately I have been doing the By Terry the most. I have two colors. One is lighter and one is darker. And I just kind of do the lighter one here and the darker one everywhere else. So I don't have a big whiteness all throughout. And honestly, it's not that I'm that special, it's just that when Dermstore was having a sale ages ago, I thought, oh, I should order this, even though I don't need it yet, and I didn't even look at it. I got it and I stored it away, and then when my bottle ended up breaking, it fell on the floor and broke, not the bottle itself, but the cap, and I couldn't get it on. I thought, okay, no problem, I already have a backup, and I pulled it out, and it was too light. So I ended up having both the light and the dark, and actually I kind of like, because the darker one sometimes doesn't give me enough. This isn't high coverage by any means, but it's not drying. And now I'm just going to pull out, relax my eyes when I do this pull out. You can see this little bit of hood falls down quite a bit, and I want to not have that there, right here, and then I will lift up so I can get that. There we go. And now I'm bringing that darker color into the lighter color. And with a clean finger, I'll just do a press. And instead of going in and out, I'm going up and down and then moving over, just so I don't remove that lightness that I really want in the corner. Okay, so now my foundation has set, and she went in with Fenty Glow, which is a new color. I love these blushes so much. She said she thought they were only available in a set where you got a highlighter, which is crazy glittery, good on the lips, not so good on the face, and her original lip gloss, which I already have at least one of, but I got the whole kit anyway. This is called Fenty Glow, and it's number 11, and she used a brush, so I will too, even though I much prefer fingers. And she said that this was really nice. I don't know, did I just get any off or not? Let me just go in a little deeper, because this is a goat. Okay, now I've got it. She said this is the color that's kind of a blush and kind of bronze. I still prefer my fingers with this blush. But there we go. It's really a nice color. I'm glad to have added it to my grouping, which is now 4. Now I believe next she went in with her Dior bronzing palette and did a little contouring with that. I don't have that. And then she followed it up with the Charlotte Tilbury. And I actually have that, but I have it in this, I got this at the holiday in the mini size. I have seen somebody say that this one is lighter than the regular one that is the light shade, but that's okay. And she used this, it looked like she was just contouring her whole face with it. Hard to tell, honestly. She put it down here, and then she kind of brought it up everywhere else. Already to me it feels like it's too much. And whatever's left, I'll do a little gel contour. You guys, I just got the NUA RF hand tool, and I've been using it every day since I got it. I've only had it for 4 days. And I don't know if I'm seeing improvement from that, or if I had the Morpheus 8 done twice, and that takes months to actually see the results, but I swear I'm seeing a little bit less jelliness, especially on this side. A little bit less. We'll see. Now, she took the blue, and this is so special what she did. I could probably use the same brush I did with that burgundy color, but I'm going to, ooh, it's kind of soft. I see definitely a lavender reflex in this. And she used this right by the lash line. Now, I managed to get that burgundy all over the lash line, and I have my foundation on, so I'm going to be very, very careful. And again, because the look she did was so unstudied, I'm going to be kind of unstudied in my own application here. You know, it's funny, I had kind of in my heart sworn off Pat McGrath because I just don't think it's workable for me. But I guess all I need is somebody to show me something that will work for me. And I'm just going to try to even up the sides a little bit in their intensity. Before I do anything else, I want to do a little bit of powdering right here. There's a little too much shine for me. And I am going back into this really amazing, beautiful powder by Chantecaille. This is genius. And I'll try to get a little bit under my eyes as well. I haven't creased at all yet. I'm not sure why. I didn't do anything different except put a little bit of foundation on, but I usually end up getting a little foundation on. Now she contoured her nose. I feel like when I contour my nose looks really super long, which is not anything I've ever thought in my life. I've never been, oh, my nose is too long. I think my nose is a little chunky right around here. My mother had the most beautiful nose, as did my grandmother. I must have gotten my father's nose, but she had really, we looked very, very similar. You would see us together and know we're mother and daughter. But my mom had the most delicate features. Okay, I'm going to do brows and mascara. And you know what? I might even change my top. And we'll come back for lips. I've done my brows. I've done my mascara. Now for lips, she used something from Il Makiage, which I don't have anything from them. And it's hard to tell what color she used. It looked like, it's hard to tell. It really is. And she didn't describe it. Oftentimes she will. But I'm just going to try to mix a couple of colors together and see what happens. So I have, from Lisa Eldridge, I have the Affair and Fawn. And then from Charlotte Tilbury, I have Super Cindy, which I don't know if they make anymore. They might call it Super something else. So I'm just going to swatch these for you so you can get an idea. She used to wear Super Cindy quite a bit, but she tends to really, she either does red or nude, and once in a while she'll do something kind of poppy, but she has a lot of nudes, and I really can't tell the variations. So there's Super Cindy, Fawn, and Affair. And I'm going to start with lining, and I'm going to be using my number 3 from Victoria Beckham. You know, looking at this color actually seems kind of close to the color she used. And looking at my computer, there's definitely a lot of blueness going on here. So stay tuned to the very end, and I'm going to try to do some color adjustments. I'm going to start with Affair and then maybe lighten it up with Super Cindy. For dimension, but the Super Cindy has more vibrancy to it, and I feel like I kind of need that. I feel like I suddenly look dead, but it could be the light. And that might have done it. So this is the eye look. And my festive shirt, which is really, really beautiful. It's a velvet tunic from Zara. I got it during the holiday sale. And yeah, it's about 6 inches from my knee. They call it a dress. I call it a tunic. But yeah, really fun and kind of classic. And a nice way to... Did I get the same look that she got? No, I have a different face. But I did get a fun look. I'm really pleased with it. So hold on just one sec. I want to do a little bit of a lighting change because suddenly everything went quite blue. I want to warm it up a little bit. Oh wow, check this out, you guys. I'm just playing with my settings. This has a very like sienna kind of sepia look from, you know, the first pictures that ever came out. I kind of dig in it, but I'll keep on going. There we go. It's called Auto White Balance. And that seems to be a little bit better. I think I can always tell by the hair color. Is that hair color like remotely mine? Indeed it is. So this is kind of the look. Eyes closed, eyes open. I think it's really pretty, and I just love Andrea's artistry. So this is, it doesn't actually say what it is on here, so I have to look it up, but it's Pat McGrath, and it's quite beautiful. And I got the Fenty Glow, which is also very nice. It's, for me, it's a little unusual. I'm used to having a little bit of pinkness on my face. I know that it's not, you know, sophisticated, but I feel a little dead without a little pinkness on my face. But there we have it. I hope this might have been fun for you to watch. I hope it might have inspired you to be inspired by somebody else. And if you have been, let me know. Let me know who inspires you or who you like to imitate once in a while. And I don't mean, I don't want to say copy. I don't want to say imitate. I want to say inspire by. Who has inspired you recently? And if you have a look that you'd like me to try, that you've seen someone else do, let me know. Maybe it's something I can try. Anyway, thank you so much for spending a couple of minutes with me. I hope it was fun, maybe a little bit helpful, and I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe and smart, and I'm wishing you good health.